Hi, my name is Lexa Harder, and I am a clinical counselor. I've worked with a lot of clients who are female identified or non binary and often are challenged by disordered eating, eating disorders, body image, anxiety, depression, perinatal mental health challenges. A lot of these challenges they're dealing with kind of come together and they all connect, and that working on one piece will affect the other. But I have found, definitely working with a female identified population, body image is a really big piece, as is reproductive mental health. Our story follows our state. A psychologist who's really big in nervous system regulation and polyvagal theory, Deb Dana, talks about this, how your story follows your state. So if I'm feeling really anxious, then the story I have about an interaction I'm having with, my mom or my colleague at work is gonna maybe be seen in more of a um, triggering light of like, oh, what did I say in that conversation? Did they read it wrong? Versus if I'm feeling more regulated, I'm able to maybe have a conversation and kind of look at maybe what I said or something I'm concerned about with more of that balanced perspective of like, okay, yeah, I said that and I'll move forward with it in this way. Versus kind of being caught in this place of just there's one way to think about it. A lot of people are struggling, and it's really easy to compare to the what we're seeing on the outside, to our inside. And I think, again, I mentioned this, but really starting with compassion, but also coming back to connecting with self of, there are these values that are projected out in society of the way we need to be and the way we need to look, but do they connect with what we care about? There are a lot of factors that are influencing the way that we feel about ourselves. And it's okay to have those thoughts and feelings of wanting to look a certain way or be a certain way, because that is, in a way, I don't want to say, maybe I do want to say, but, systemic oppression in our society. We're impacted by media and the things we see, and there's nothing wrong with having those feelings. I like to start with, right? We're not necessarily supposed to be like, oh yeah, I'm 100% happy with who I am and my body and what I do with all my time, right? No one is living that way, but I think we want to live in a way that's consistent with what we care about, while also keeping in mind, there are those pressures that I'm experiencing maybe externally and they're coming into my mind, but do they have to drive my behaviors? Do they have to drive how I relate to myself? Or is that just like information that I'm hearing, and I can be compassionate with myself around maybe feeling a pull towards it, but then coming back to, you know, does this align with who I want to be and where I want to spend my time?